Hey, good morning, Kansas City. It's Ben Fetzer with FreshStart Restoration. I just wanted to shoot a quick, brief video about a topic that's been on my mind. It's called new construction mold. New construction mold can occur no matter how nice the house you're building, no matter how much money you're spending. If even sometimes with competent contractors, you have the timing of the construction phase and the timing of heavy rain and wet weather. Those two kind of sometimes happen and create the perfect storm where there's a probability of some fungi growth, some mold growth on your structure that you're constructing during the different phases of the construction. So let me just throw out a couple scenarios or explanations for why you can have mold growth, and then I'll just summarize by saying you need to go and talk to your contractor and make sure the wood dries out. So why would it even happen? Well, it can happen for basic reasons. Like I mentioned earlier, you're framing a house, you've got wood structure, you've got wood floors, subfloors that is, and you have heavy rain for several days like we've had last week here in Kansas City, and 4 or 5 days the contractors aren't even able to work, and then they are able to work and they get right back to it. They start grabbing wood from the pile, the stack outside, dragging it in. That stack of wood, number one, has gotten wet and just sat there. So in between the boards of that stack of lumber, there's definitely a few boards that probably will have some mold, and a contractor is in a mode of building a house not looking at the wood, and so they're not going to usually notice a little bit of mold growth on those boards. So they do this and they continue into the phases where the house gets dried in, they get a roof on it, they get the windows and doors installed. But then there's usually a lag between that stage and when they actually get the HVAC system on, which is what regulates the humidity in your house once you dry it in and seal it in. And so the humidity can still stay in that high zone before, even after they get the house sealed in from the elements, until they get that HVAC on and operational. Your humidity can climb and stay there until they actually do get that HVAC system in. So in that little window of time, you can start to see the mold to grow on a subfloor or a floor joist or a rafter. And if that happens, you want to address it before you seal in all the walls with insulation and drywall, etc. So that's just a little brief example of how you can end up with mold in a brand new residential structure. It can happen in commercial too, but I just wanted to focus on a residential build for today. So just to summarize, if you are building a house and you know that it's been raining and you know that they're in the middle of framing your house, you don't have a roof, you don't have the things in place to keep the weather out of the structure, then go and ask and have a discussion with your builder, your general contractor, and ensure him and have him ensure you that there are precautions in place. They're going to check the wood to make sure that it doesn't have high moisture content, that it actually lowered to an acceptable level before they seal the walls. Make sure there's not any current fungi growth on any of the exterior walls or even interior structure, and feel like your money is going to be well invested and that you're not going to have problems down the road, or you have a current mold problem before they even finish construction. So that's my tip for today. Anybody building a house, you can certainly have new construction mold or mold in your new construction. So it's a good idea to talk with your contractor, number one, then maybe even go and inspect the property and just look at all those areas that could be potentially contaminated before you're done with that project. So Ben Fetzer, FreshStart Restoration. MoldKansasCity.com is how you can find us. If you have any mold problems whatsoever, or just questions about a scenario you're dealing with, I'd be glad to talk to you and hopefully help you get further down the process of whatever you're trying to address. So have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.